This is Celebrity Spotlight. I'm Angela Baki, and today we're shining it on Jake Gyllenhaal. Now, there seems to be many things in store for this talented actor. A very long filmography, a few more golden statues, and a fair share of laugh lines on that adorable face. Now, there are very few in Hollywood who endure the pressure that accompanies fame and fortune with such a light heart. Jake has an enormous on-screen presence and a sense of humor to match. After conducting hundreds of interviews, there are only one or two celebrities as playful on the red carpet as Jake Gyllenhaal. So, in appreciation of that quality, we like to kick off today's show with some of the lighter moments we've shared with Mr. Gyllenhaal. And yes, that is how you pronounce his name.
You want me to say it when you see me?
Gyllenhaal.
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 Gyllenhaal. It's everyone. It's Gyllenhaal. Before I get to you, it's Gyllenhaal.
You look amazing. What is your secret to keep in such a good shape?
Oh, man. I don't know. I think maybe the fact that I'm 21 helps a little bit, and then, I run and I Bowflex a little bit. That's from my friend Chris, who introduced me to the Bowflex.
Are you working out?
Yeah, Bowflex, man, infomercial. I'm an infomercial man.
I walked on the treadmill the other day watching that. Going, do people use that really?
They use it, man. They use it. It's actually an amazing instrument, and you should really try it someday if you can. It's been a long career, and it's just a great feeling. You know what I like to think of? I think that it's called a desert achievement, and there's not there's not a lot that's been achieved in the desert, I have to say.
But in the desert, there's life where you least predict there to be life. You know, they say you go out there and it looks like a bunch of bushes, scrub.
I like to think of myself as
and there's poisonous snakes
where you wouldn't expect there to be life.
What is your greatest achievement?
My kids, right? Is that what everybody says? My children and my dog.
Your dog.
And what's my greatest?
You know what? I would say that the roast beef.
Oh yeah, I made a really
He made a
roast beef
ridiculous roast beef the other night.
That's so far.
I actually been eating it for sandwiches the last couple of days.
I'm gonna say thank you all so much. Thank you. I didn't know the roast beef was this good, so thank you so much for this. Yeah. The next big thing. You asked me about the next big thing. The next big thing. I think they're probably coming down the line right now. I would think something like that. I can't really answer that. I don't really know. I'm amongst them. We're all in fierce competition, you know. So.
Would you have any advice for them? How do you make it big in Hollywood? What advice would you give them?
Just don't buy into the bullshit.
While he's careful not to take the industry or himself too seriously, the same cannot be said about his career. He demonstrates diligence and depth in the way he chooses, researches, understands, and is affected by his roles.
I don't know, I'm kind of a snob in terms of material, you know, so I guess I just probably pick the things that I respond to and the things that are the hardest to get, you know, and I want to get the material that everyone says is not possible, you know, to be in. I talked with a CAA officer, and I actually watched a number of performances of people and movies that performances, particularly The Spy Who Came In From the Cold, which is a Richard Burton film that I think he's extraordinary in, and I just sort of tried to steal things from. So that was a lot of the preparation, actually, watching that performance and talking, you know, in terms of logistics and the specifics of what actually happened, what I would say and what I would do and how I would act. I went to an actual CIA officer for that. I come in at the moment that she's lost and she can't have a baby with her husband, and I guess she finds a ripe male, and things happen. That's sort of. I come in when things are at their worst, and I make them even worse.
Mm-hmm. But there's a time where it's better in between?
Yeah, we have a stint of real love in the middle of it all. Yeah. And then everything falls apart. I just made like 2 movies that the characters I loved playing and the filmmakers I loved working with, and it changed my life. So both of them. This movie, Brokeback Mountain with Ang Lee, and a movie called Jarhead with Sam Mendes. And it was just like, I love playing those roles. I mean, it really it really did allow me to like go to places that I had never really been before, you know, and explore all new feelings and territories. So it was amazing.
At the time, he had no idea the new territories his performance in Brokeback Mountain would introduce to him. Primarily lots of award shows, including the Oscars for his Best Supporting Actor nod and a BAFTA win.
Every movie that you make, I think you assume will have this sort of response, and then often a lot of them are underwhelmed, you know, or it's an underwhelming response. And this is just goes along. Why would you make it if you didn't hope for this? You know, you didn't think it would be like this.
Well, one, it really was totally unexpected. I mean, it was such an honor to be nominated in general, and I feel like it's a feeling for me. I just feel like I've always been supported by the British public and everybody. It's just been so wonderful since I was on the stage in the West End, and then Donnie Darko. I feel like the British were the first to really champion that, and it's just awesome. And this feels like that too. I totally didn't expect it. It's premature, I think, but I'll take it.
Predominantly known for portraying complex, isolated characters, Gyllenhaal has branched out over the past few years in films like Rendition, a political thriller in which he plays a CIA analyst. But in promoting the film, we see that while some things change, others do not.
No, I don't think that, you know, something that is politically relevant makes me shy away from making a movie about it, but it's not the reason why I made the movie.
What is the reason that you chose it?
Well, for knowing that Meryl Streep and Reese Witherspoon were going to be in the movie, and then knowing that they have a love scene was really the reason why I ended up doing the movie, because that's what I want to see, as what I think, you know, basically all of America wants to see too. So get ready, because that's the draw. That's the draw.
Sorry, Jake, I just do not see the draw. But we're going to close our show today with a couple of personal quotes from the charming actor. On how he stays grounded in a surreal reality, he shares this. Being a star doesn't last. That's not what life should be about. It's a complete illusion that really has nothing to do with you. For me, finding out about life is the most important thing. And on what he finds attractive in a woman, Jake says this. Probably just an innate quality of being comfortable. That's sort of the biggest thing. Beauty is not always bad, but for me, I think it's the comfortable factor. How does she feel about herself? Is she happy? That is so powerful and so sexy to me. This has been Celebrity Spotlight. I'm Angela Bacchi, and we'll see you next time.